we have made it to the end of the week. Let's go!
Ric Flair,
woo! Woo! Ric Flair, get out there, woo! I don't know. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Northern Life, Ryan F. What do you have big plan going on this weekend? It's another weekend here, one of the last weekends in August, the month flying by already.
I know. How about that? Summer's almost gone,
It's
sadly.
insane.
I know tonight for our Northern News Now team, if you're catching us at 12:30, we're going to be in Yorktown, Ironwood, Michigan with 4, 5, and 6. Dan Wolf, Chief Meteorologist Adam Lort showing up, having some wonderful conversations out there. As for me, I believe doing a little camping this weekend on Saturday night.
That's going to be a lot
we're going to see how that goes. Nothing more stressful than a little camping in the midst of a month out from the wedding.
And we just did that Bigfoot shoot a couple days ago or whatever. So now you got to think about Bigfoot in the woods.
I'm going to be prepared. But it sounds like you got a busy weekend too.
It's going to be a very busy weekend. No actual gigs this weekend. One of the rare weekends in the summer where we don't have any band gigs or anything like that. But we are going to be helping my brother and his girlfriend move into their place up in Hibbing. That'll be a lot of fun. And then Saturday, Kayla's friend has a wedding. We're going to be going to that and having fun. And then I think Sunday, do a little band practice. Learn a couple new songs here and there, you know.
Make sure you remember how to play.
Barely, you know. Sometimes you take a weekend off and you forget everything. That's what happens here at this job. You take a week off and all of a sudden, I forgot how to do anything.
Forget how to speak. Well, congratulations to your brother and the baby as well. Getting a new home, which
little baby.
Awesome news. Awesome news. Hopefully you're having a great Friday, because coming up on today's show, we'll tell you why a hug may be doing more for your health than you might think. And we're going to meet a retired couple who is taking us aboard their dog-centered adventure bus in their golden years as they celebrate retirement.
Might be the best way to retire. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, spending days with dogs, what more could you want?
Sounds wonderful.
Well, some work days are better than others. And in Wisconsin, a frozen custard employee wants a redo maybe of their work day. Employee here, Carter Sampson's day at Gillis's Frozen Custard took a turn when he was caught on camera fumbling a vat of custard mix here. It, as you can tell, resulted in one spectacular splatter across himself and on the floor. And obviously, Sampson's messy slip-up here is going viral, but Sampson told our sister station he is all right with all this internet infamy, saying sometimes you just got to laugh and you got to move on.
It's one of those days. Everybody has those days at work, but that's pretty extreme right there. You got the custard all over you. Oh my gosh. Do you remember in your old days back at, I don't know, Olive Garden or something like that? Did you do anything that was kind of crazy that you remember?
I spilled an entire pitcher of water across the table and I bought them dessert, but that was pretty bad. How about you at Pizza Hut?
Oh, so many things at Pizza Hut. I should have been fired many times, but for some reason they loved me there. I loved them. It was so much fun. One thing that comes to mind is spilling like half a pizza on a customer one time.
Gosh. Hot pizza?
Rough. Hot pizza. But they were friends of ours, so thankfully they were super nice. And then another time, one of my managers, she had her leg in a cast, and I dropped a pizza right outside the cooler, and I was just about to go pick it up, and she came out and she's got this huge stack of pizzas, and she slips on the thing, and the pizzas go flying everywhere, and there was just so many instances where I should have been fired probably.
Yikes. Everybody's your friend until you end up in the courtroom together.
Yes, exactly. Look out.
That'd be hard. A lot of people too online are saying that was very much like Kevin in The Office dropping chili.
Might be the best opening of The Office of all time. I love that.
That was great. Hockey season is on the horizon, and for the UMB men's hockey team, their social media team wants your help with a little fun photo shoot ahead. So Photo Day is just around the corner, and they want to recreate one of their retro program covers with their current team. So you can vote for your favorite in the comments. These are just a few of them. You can find that on their Facebook page, and it sounds like they're going to be revealing a top 4 next week.
I love the random dudes just standing by a river. I love that. Who do they make those anymore? Those pamphlets?
I don't know if they do. They must. I would assume so. But I think the one on the left might be my favorite. They have 3 players get some retro jackets on.
The coiffed hair, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be looking good. Well, for baseball fans out there, a Brewers prospect has hit his first professional home run, and it could not have landed in a better place. Sawyer Strosnider had a deep shot for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Hopefully you got that name right.
Good job.
It went right to his father, who was in the stands. And even better, his dad had just predicted his son was about to hit that homer that he'd catch. A pretty special way to start a professional baseball career. 2
things come to mind. First off, what are the odds? That's absolutely amazing. Second off, you just start your career. Maybe you can get your dad some better seats. I don't know. He's right on the other end of the field. How about we get him near the home run box or something like that?
Maybe his dad really loves being in right field. I'm not sure.
That could be.
It's his favorite part of the diamond.
Maybe we, the guy who supported you your whole life, maybe we get him some better seats.
He's in the minor league.
The minor league.
The professional
He doesn't
league.
have the pull quite yet. Once he gets up there, then he'll be getting his dad the best seats.
Timber Rattlers aren't in the big leagues quite yet. Okay, parents, what if your teenager came home and said, good news, mom and dad, school is going to be paying me $100 a week just for showing up to class?
I'm in.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what Detroit Public School District is doing. They're expanding their Perfect Attendance Pays program. So they're paying high schoolers $100 a week for perfect attendance during designated periods. And starting this fall, middle schoolers will receive $50 for perfect attendance. Nearly $14 million of the district's more than $1 billion budget is designated for reducing chronic absenteeism.
Sure, okay. I mean, I guess if that works, it works, definitely. What happened to kids just showing up to class? You know, we need some incentive now. Go because you have to go, you know?
I guess it kind of teaches, for future things, it's like you get money if you show up and do your job.
That's
so
true.
Why not do the same thing, I guess, with school?
That's true. They're going to find out sooner or later, though. That's going to kick you around a little bit when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Take advantage of that money now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, if card games are your thing, maybe not so much sports, Uno is going competitive with a big cash payout on the line. Mattel launching its own Uno Championship Series with qualifying rounds both in person and online. So, live events are going to be held in Florida, Chicago, and California coming up in October, and players can qualify through free weekly tournaments on the Uno mobile app starting August 31st. And the series is going to wrap up November 11th in Los Angeles, where players from around the world will battle for the title and a $50,000 grand prize.
That's pretty cool. At least it's something like poker. It's not like one of those games where you just get so mad at your friends. Remember, you got the reverse card or the draw two or something like that? It just makes you so mad sometimes.
We play that here in studio.
Yeah.
The emotions definitely come out during Uno.
Yes, they do.
My friend Kevin, shout out to Kevin, but he always gives me a hard time because I love Uno. He always calls Uno a kid's game.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, so.
It's a great game, and, it can be a drinking game, too, if you want to do that route,
That's up to you. Just viewer discretion advised. Coming up, a look at retired life driving a pup bus. We'll be back right here on Northern Life. Welcome back, everybody. Before we get to that pup story, let's get to a very sweet relationship and gesture in Canada. So a mother is using a new tattoo to help her nonverbal son communicate. Jessica Fletcher's 11-year-old son Hunter is autistic and usually uses a communication device, but when it died at a restaurant, Hunter drew a keyboard on paper to show his mom what he wanted. So that inspired her to make a tattoo keyboard on her arm, giving her son a way to communicate anywhere, even if your technology dies or fails.
Oh my gosh, parents will do anything for the kids, and that's an example right there. That is very, very sweet right there.
And I love in the bottom right, too, it says, there's a button that says, I love you. So
Aww!
there, and the bottom left, too, there's a smiley face and a frowny face.
He presses that all the time, hopefully.
That's pretty great.
Yep. But definitely. Oh, yeah, that's my story. The retired couple in North Dakota has found what they consider to be the best retirement job possible. They pick up local pups for daily getaways, including walking trails and dog parks.
Pretty sweet. Kevin Wallavan bringing us that story.
Kim Schrader is no stranger to working behind the wheel.
Believe it or not, I drove a semi for 30 years for Fargo Glass and Paint.
What's more fun?
Oh, the dog bus is way more fun.
But every morning this summer, Kim and his wife Brenda
This is Remy.
have been driving their pup bus around Fargo and West Fargo,
Our next stop will be picking up Bailey.
picking up canine clients.
Good morning, Bailey. Hi, Bailey.
House after house, the bus stops for a pickup.
Yeah. Hi, Bailey. Good morning. Oh, yeah, that's Henry over there.
And the dogs know exactly what to do. They run onto the bus, and it's like a class reunion inside every morning.
Hi, Scout.
Good morning, Scout.
On the road to the dog park, the pups relax and just hang out the window, taking in the breeze, elbows resting on the window. Remy here, just like a farmer checking out the crops. Today, Henry, Max, the newbie,
Their first day they get a little bit shy.
Remy, Bailey, and Scout prepared for a park visit.
Oh, we love it. It's our retirement gig. We really love it.
Kim worked on the road, Brenda had a cleaning business.
Like I said, you have jobs that you go to for all kinds of reasons, And this one we just do because we love it. That's it.
I wish I would have did this 20 years ago.
When the Schraders recently lost their own dog, River, it was devastating. But
And we were thinking of getting another dog. And then we sat down and we thought, well, let's do something for all dogs. So then we put the bus together.
Now, over 50 pictures of dogs line the bus roof.
Dogs are one of the only thing on this earth that give you unconditional love.
Customers they've had so far this summer. Dogs that feel like family. And the Schraders treat each dog like their own.
They're sweethearts.
We love all dogs.
I don't think they have a bad bone in their body.
Dog owners who watch their pups run out of the house and get on the bus every day know they're in good hands.
And they have birthday parties, and she really looks forward to it every single week.
As the bus gets close to the dog park, excitement builds.
He says, we're here. Oh, oh.
Then, controlled chaos.
Yeah, we're going. We're going.
As the bus empties and the pups turn the park into their own four-legged morning mayhem.
Oh my God.
Is there anything better than that? What an awesome job that would
I
be,
know.
going into retirement and doing that. Oh, it's the sweetest thing in the world.
A tough realization too, after probably decades of driving a semi, to be like, I could have been doing this the whole time.
Yes!
That'd been so much better.
It makes me so happy. It's
Yeah.
also just like having like you don't have your own child. You have like a brother or sister that has
Mm-hmm.
a child, and you're like an aunt and uncle. You get to play with the kids, and then you get to send them home with the parents. It's great.
That's what my dad says about my sister, because if there's moments where they're out of town, or they need to focus on my niece,
Yep.
they end up bringing her dog to my parents' house, and so my dad calls Annie their rental dog now. So Annie gets all sorts of love now from her
Yes.
grandparents.
Oh,
yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah, really nice. We love seeing that. Hopefully, somebody around the Twin Ports maybe has that business going too.
Very good idea.
That'd be fun to do that story. Well, if you think you're a great driver out there, we know that guy is.
Yes.
Certainly after decades of driving. A new survey suggests you may need a refresher. Nearly 2/3 of drivers rate themselves as above average, but 84% of them admit to speeding, and 43% of Americans didn't know how to correctly park uphill with a curb. The survey of nearly 1,000 Americans also found many struggled with basic road signs and driving
I
laws.
think I would forget things like the distance you're supposed to stop behind, like maybe a school bus or something like that.
Yep.
Obviously, you're supposed to go far back, and which I always do. But what's the exact feet? I forget. It's like 1,000 feet or something.
I don't know.
forget.
Yeah.
But those little things, I would definitely need a refresher on.
If you're parking uphill, the wheel needs to be turned to the left, because then you
Yes.
hit the curb, and then if you're downhill, to the right.
To the right.
Yeah,
Yep.
the little things that are on the quiz that you don't do a whole lot.
Oh, those are tough things, definitely.
Yeah, they are. Well, as students head back to school, kids' attention spans may be getting shorter, and teachers are trying new ways to help. A recent report found 88% of teachers say students' focus has been declining, and educators are now using brain breaks, meditation, less screen time, and more hands-on activities to help students regain focus and build better learning habits.
That's definitely a thing that we got to talk about, these days with cell phones and everything like that, is that attention span. Even us older folks, that, our attention span is getting worse too. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
I feel it. I feel it. Well, hey, coming up, what Americans love about the Brits. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're partial to putting on a British accent every now and again, like Hunter is,
Hey, mate. That was horrible.
close.
Oh,
It sounds like Cheers is the Britishism Americans love the best. That's according to a new survey of 1,500 Americans, which saw the across-the-pond version of thanks named the Britishism Americans most like to hear. Brilliant and cheeky also made the top 3 words we most like to hear, belted out in a British tone. The survey by Preply also found that while Cheers is the most liked, Brilliant is the one respondents say they use themselves or hear most commonly here in the States.
Wow. Do you use any British terms or anything like that?
I don't know, but you know what I have been really enjoy watching lately is Gordon Ramsay, like Kitchen Nightmares on YouTube.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, that dude has words that I've never heard before, but it's always fun hearing him say those things.
Yeah, there's a certain thing that it kind of scratches the brain a little bit when you hear
Yeah.
a British person talk. I love it. I say Cheers all the time. I love Cheers.
Throw it in the bin.
Oh, sure.
You're gonna make me mad, crazy, like in a way.
You bugger, isn't that a thing? You're a bugger?
I think so.
I don't know. I'm not sure anything. I should do some more research, but pretty darn cool, definitely. It turns out a simple touch could do more for your health than you might just think, and that's because new research on our closest animal relatives reveals physical connection can help reduce stress and build trust.
Tina Kraus has the story.
Gualtiero and Jane have been together for 37 years and say affection is a crucial part of their bond.
Very Italian.
It's something scientists say has been part of the playbook in the animal kingdom for millions of years. British researchers studying chimpanzees and bonobos living in sanctuaries in Africa found apes use touch to strengthen social bonds before tense situations, similar to a huddle sports teams use before a big game.
They had to rouse their cooperation. They had to rouse their togetherness. Great apes do exactly the same. They come together. They reassure each other. They touch each other. They hug each other.
Scientists tested whether friendly physical interaction could reduce tension around feeding time, one of the biggest sources of conflict among great apes. Researchers found animals who engaged in more reassuring, close contact before food arrived were more likely to eat peacefully beside each other.
Sometimes they embraced, sometimes they touched, they stroked, they patted. And despite their reputation as being, competitive and aggressive, actually both chimpanzees and bonobos have this amazing repertoire of behaviors that support social tolerance.
And they're not the only ones who benefit from a little comforting contact. A compilation of more than 200 studies published in the journal Nature Human Behavior found touch can reduce people's anxiety, depression, and pain. So whether it's found in the wild or in each other, researchers say the oldest instincts are still some of the best ones. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Well, it's important that, to let's just point out the obvious. Our lights changed during our block here, but that's okay.
It's like fall. Look at that. It got fall in the background.
It's beautiful. It reminds me of like a Honeycrisp apple or something.
Absolutely.
So it's important that we show love, we show affection, and we, are there for each other.
It's totally important. You have to be, okay, what's going on? What's happening? HRs, they're HR around here. I'm just kidding.
Our HR is actually down in Rochester.
That's true. So you got to make a report down there.
Yeah.
But it is very important to definitely do the touch, the hugging. I mean, they say you got to hug somebody 4 times a day, don't you, in order to feel that connection. So
I think so.
Very important.
I think so. Well, hey, before we head to break, if you love Kool-Aid, you're going to want to visit Hastings, Nebraska someday. That is because hundreds gathered over the weekend to celebrate the sweet drink. Oh, yeah. The popular drink mix was invented in Hastings back in 1927, so they're going to be celebrating 100 years next year.
Whoa.
And obviously, they're celebrating all things Kool-Aid as well as the Kool-Aid drinking contest.
Very refreshing.
Love it. We'll share next week's Blindfold coming up in just a few.
Welcome back, folks. Really excited for this next one. Coming up next week here on Northern Life, a familiar face is helping us out with our brand new Blindfold. Our former general manager and longtime news anchor, Dave Jench, joins the program, and we're going to be stopping by his property to see what life is like on the farm with all sorts of responsibilities and things that we probably shouldn't have been allowed to do, but we did it anyway. It was cool.
Including me driving that tractor. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really driven a tractor that size and that power, so it was pretty awesome.
Did you feel like a lot of power behind that?
Oh,
thing?
yeah. It was almost, as you'll see on Tuesday, there was a moment where I go, I should not be driving this. So,
it was so much fun.
But it was great catching up with Dave, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Great guy.
Good dude. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Before we go today, the Baltimore Ravens are here in Minnesota to take on the Vikings tomorrow in a preseason game. And as they were going through those joint practices this week, a few of the Ravens players, including their star quarterback Lamar Jackson, got to enjoy themselves and some fun at the Mall of America, filming themselves here riding on the rock-bottom SpongeBob coaster at Nickelodeon Universe.
I missed that thing. That thing was so much fun. But cool to see them all getting their Minnesota on. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and more impressive, too, that they hung onto their phones. That thing goes upside down, so...
You shouldn't be allowed to do that, honestly.
Yeah, probably should.
Did they break the rules?
Keep it in your pockets.
Lamar Jackson? Yeah, that's amen to that. Thanks for joining us here today. We love you so much.
We'll see you next week. Join our team for Yorktown tonight. Have a great weekend.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.